you're looking for a perfect place to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, well, Cooper's Seafood is your spot. I'm here with Marie Taylor, and Marie, you have a tradition here at Cooper's, and what is it that you make every single year that you actually sell to people?
Yes, it's our Irish soda bread.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. And who doesn't love that, right?
No, people love it. Okay, what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna put the flour in here, which I did sift. You have to sift the flour. And I like to sift the salt and the baking soda because it clumps up.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my flour in that I already sifted, 4 cups. Then I'm going to add my sugar, 1.5 cups, the salt, sea salt if you like, and baking soda, which I always sift because it gets lumpy. So what I'm gonna do now, what I did was I bloomed my raisins. What you'd wanna do is plump them.
Okay.
So that they can extract and the sugars come out.
All right.
And what I'm gonna do is sift it.
So do you put them in just water?
Yeah, hot water.
Oh, hot water.
But then what I do here is I have a little Jameson's, and as a special treat, I put the Jameson's on top of this.
Oh, nice. How long does it take for them to
bloom
bloom?
it?
Yeah.
10 minutes, not even.
Quick.
Not even,
Okay.
real quick. You want to do that when you're baking with raisins anyway. I like to bloom it, like even for when I make my bread pudding.
Okay.
The next is my butter, and my butter is all cubed up nice and cold.
All right.
And you want to get that all incorporated nice in there.
All right.
And while you're waiting for that to go, I have my buttermilk. I have 1 3/4 cup of buttermilk. Mm-hmm. I add an egg to that.
All right.
And what we're gonna do is that's the last process we're gonna do before we make this.
Okay.
So now that you see the crumbles in there, you're gonna add your buttermilk. And let that whip up nice. Okay, so now we're gonna scrape the bowl onto a little flour. Because like I said, I think it's a little loosey-goosey.
All right.
So
It has to be just right.
yeah, if you feel, you see it's like, it's really gooey.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna add a little bit more flour.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna fold it in a little bit more.
That's all with any kind of dough too, right? You kind of got to get the right feel
You gotta
for
get the
it.
right consistency for it. And I might as well just give it a little bit more shake down there. It's a messy job too.
It is, but it's worth it.
It's worth it. I am going to spray, this is my pans that I use.
All right.
Because this is well over like a pound, it's almost like 2 pounds. Flour that. So I'm gonna put that in my greased pan. This is the most important part here, is you gotta make the cross.
I love it.
That's big with the soda bread. And I have my little egg wash here. I like to use egg and a little buttermilk, but you can use half and half for milk, that's fine. And I just brush that on.
Beautiful.
And this is gonna go into our oven. Now, people's oven in their house, it'll be like 350. It takes a good 40 minutes.
Okay.
But we have these beautiful ovens, they're called Rationales, and they tell me what to do. They really do, they really do.
I like that. Marie, thank you for showing us how to make this Irish soda bread. And while the bread is baking, we're going to head out and learn more about the beer. Thanks again, Marie.
Oh, thank you guys, it was a pleasure. It was a lot of fun too.
It sure was, thanks.
Come sail away with Cooper Seafood. Bring your family, great food and adventure. There's something for everyone. Sail away with Cooper Seafood.
Well, we're here in the bar with Jesse Cooper, and Jesse's the brewmaster here, and that's why we're here, because we're talking about the beer, because a lot of people don't know that you now make your own beer. You brew your own beer here at Cooper's, right?
We do, right in the basement.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. How long have you been doing that here?
It's going to be two years this May, so
excellent.
Still very new. We just got new equipment. We're excited. Right now, I have 8 beers on draft, and for every season, I always make seasonal beers. Like right now, it's St. Patrick's Day is obviously around the corner, so you have to brew an Irish Stout. So I do have an Irish Stout on tap. So an Irish Stout, the main component that drives the flavor is roasted barley from the UK. So it's almost like a coffee roasting process. Guinness is the most famous one, of course, but there's tons of different styles of Irish Stouts.
Jesse, thank you so much for having us here today. And why don't you tell everybody a little more about what goes on here at Cooper's, especially for the St. Patrick's Day holiday?
Yeah, from parade day all the way up until St. Patrick's Day, we have a great Irish menu. Best corned beef in Lackawanna County as far as I'm concerned. We have shepherd's pie, we got ham and cabbage, all the favorites.
Love it.
Obviously all the Irish whiskeys and Irish beers that will be on tap, like Smithwick's and Harp and
Perfect.
Guinness, of course. Just a good energy. We decorate, we put flags everywhere.
Love
and
it.
yeah, if you want to find out more, you could find us on Facebook or any of the social media platforms like Cooper's Seafood, Cooper's Family Brewing even.
Excellent.
If you want to learn about what beers we have on.
Great. And why don't you finally tell folks where you're located?
North Washington Ave, 701 North Washington Ave, Scranton.
Thanks again, Jesse. We really appreciate and
Thanks
happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.